It's in my about page. So if you still want to ask questions, you can go over there. I'll probably just squeeze them in into the end of the stream. Hello, Fritzy. If you guys still want to ask questions, yeah, I'll prioritize the ones that came in the past couple weeks. But I will also answer those that are sent during this stream later. Anyway, so hey, Soup! So I prepared something. For the first couple minutes, maybe we can just talk a little bit. So, what are you guys doing? I'm starting the intervalos bit of Canto 7 in Limbo's Company. You guys want me to play them on stream, but I'll do the first one off stream and then the second one on stream. Also, I've been trying out the hard mode. It's been good. Yeah, it's been good. I've been trying out the hard mode, but it's a bit more difficult. It's becoming abundantly clear how I am abundantly underleveled. I really need to start grinding. And I also need to... Watching the Anime Men anime tier list. Never have I ever wanted to punch someone for being so dumb. Like, sometimes you just have, like, you know that one friend, you enjoy their company, you like talking to them, but they just have, like, the most shit takes ever? That's kind of how, looking at that, that's kind of how that felt. Like, I've seen, like, screen caps of the full tier I've seen, like, the full tier list. I didn't watch the whole video, but I looked at the full tier list, and let me tell you, I'm not a fan of romance. I don't like romance. It's my least favorite genre. But I still saw I saw them rank Toradora and C, and what? That's the one romance show I actually liked. Astro Boy and F tier. Like, okay, this is what watching that felt like. It felt like let's say you're a fan of football, right? But you don't know who, say, Diego Maradona is. And then when I tried to, like, you know, show the highlights of Maradona, you're like, I don't want to watch that because of the 2000s ass video quality. Yeah, it is their own opinion, but, you know, I have bad opinions too. People are going to... Yeah, I have bad opinions too, and if I do have a bad opinion, like saying I don't like onions, you're allowed to clown on me for it. People have already clowned on me for not liking onions. I'm probably gonna have some other opinions that you'll clown on me for in the future. And yeah, this is just like whoa, okay. Whoa, okay, looks like we didn't know you were going like that. I have Roland as the background of my keyboard. Nice. An opinion needs clear explanation. Random. Hey! Hello, Void. So I'll be starting the Q&A in a couple minutes. Maybe at like 15 minutes in. We'll just yap for the first couple minutes and then I'll do the Q&A later. I haven't played Rowena yet. I have to do this one stage with Honglu and Sinclair only. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, you guys can still ask questions. You can send them in the links that I've pinned to both chats. I'll probably read them last, but... you know, you can... but your submissions are very much appreciated. Sup, Carney Eagle? I have a question. Sure, dump it in the marshmallow. You don't need an account to send questions, so you can just type it in and then send it. Bye. See, bye. You can always watch the VOD if you come back. If you don't come back, then you can just watch the VOD. It's probably not gonna be a long stream. I'll probably make it like an edited video. What galaxy you live in? Earth? The Milky Way, you know, the one with Earth in it. Anyway, I prepared a PowerPoint. Actually, it was made on Canva, but I made a slideshow for my presentation. Here. This is actually a slideshow. So you can... Wow, I have I have space aliens in my chat. So I'll just come up with this, and come 15 minutes in, I'll start answering questions. I'm from Alpha Centauri. The link won't open? Wait, it looks like it's working fine though. Why did somebody... I won't spoil this one. I'll just read it later. You have interdimensional Wi-Fi. Hey, welcome back, Carnation. I sent that. Just verify me already at that website. Patience, patience. I wanted to make some drinks, but all I have here is water. That's okay. Water is cool. Have I talked about how much I love water? Wait. Present. So yeah, this is what... yeah, I've come up with a... Ah! Oh no, I clicked into the other questions! Wait, new avatar? Yeah. I already showed it yesterday, but I also have this... Sorry guys, I almost died there. Other version with different rigging. So yeah, there's that, and then there's this. I'm controlling the presentation on another page, so I'll just... I have because there are like there's like these different programs, and then all I do is like, good evening, Blank Rabbit. Like, this one allows me to track my model with my mouse movement, and it also allows me to do other stuff. Look at how my eyes are moving. Oh, it also allows me to do like more advanced lip syncing. I feel like my mouth is a bit off center. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like I feel like when I talk, it's my mouth bits are not aligned. But you know what? It doesn't really show up that much. So nobody's ever gonna notice. Nobody's gonna know, guys. How many questions, Max? I prefer one question per chatter, but if you have another question, yeah, sure, just send it. I have raised the question limit to max 3 questions per chatter. Y'all watch stick animations? No. But I tried to make one because I wanted to try to make something dance, and a stick figure was the easiest way to do it. Just asked a nonsensical question. All new questions will be addressed later. Hello? Oh, hi, nothing there. Wow! My sinners are facing a giant pecatoolum by themselves. I love you. Hey, what's up? Do you want to get the question curiously? Sure. I'm gonna distort. How are my sinners faring? Hong Luz and Claire, are you still alive? Haha, win rate. I'm just having a yap, and when I'm done having the yap, I will answer questions. When is the Q&A? In a couple minutes. Should be soon. Dun, 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 dun. Just a few seconds. I'll just sing a song or something. Waka waka cause this is Africa. Waka waka I'm sorry. You're going to have to listen to more of that if I lose my football predictions, by the way. So for this, yeah. So we can question you 3 times if you want to. Okay, it's done. Okay, it's been 15 minutes now. The Q&A has begun. So let's move. Let's start with this question. Okay. Oh boy. So, the reason this question comes from, I don't know who it comes from. That's the point of Marshmallow. Marshmallow is... Hello, KJ. If you have a question, you can ask on the link. Okay, I'm gonna answer this as seriously as I can. I'm not actually a furry. I know you're gonna be like, yeah, sure, yeah, right, whatever, but then my interest in furry stuff is just kind of... It's basically limited to, like, you know, looking at art. You know, the furry characters in Arknights? Arknights is pretty topical right now because of the Limbus collab. So yeah, in Arknights, some of the characters are furries, and the person that made their work is really good at... The person that drew them is really good at drawing what they do. They even... So I really like looking at their characters. I enjoy... So that's my... Also, like, you know, some people are really good at drawing furries. Like, they... Like, you know, your favorite anime artist, like, they draw furries, but they look... They draw furries, but they look, like, cool. Just look at how, like, anime artists draw furries. Yeah, Arknights is just in the boundary of not furry. There are some characters that are, like, full furry. Like I said, the ones made by that furry artist I mentioned earlier. But then most of them are just, like, humans with animal features. So you're justifying being a furry because they look cool? I'm not a furry! I am just an admirer of cool art. Furry or not. Also, I have drawn my character as a furry a couple times. Okay, not this character. I haven't drawn furry aura yet. But I have drawn furry characters. Usually, if people ask for them. Also, I also put Wei Yan Wu from Arknights in my Hear Me Out cake. So, that's probably not doing anything to beat the furry allegations, so... But, yeah, trust me, So serious answer is not. I'm not a furry. Just I'll just go. I'll go to the window and answer this. Not a furry. Just like the art. Just like not a furry. Just think the art is cool. Shout out to the detective agency characters from Arknights. What the heck is this? Save this answer. I don't know how this works. Okay, next. Since you're going through Persona 4 Golden, do you ever plan on going through the other Persona games? Yeah, I already bought Persona 5 from the, Persona 5 Royal from the Steam store, so expect to see that game soon. Once I'm finished with Persona 4. By the time I'm finished with Persona 4, the remake's gonna come out, and then I'll be horribly outdated. And I... Yeah, that's my answer. I'll go back to the... Holy! There's so many of these. I'll just answer it in a new tab or something. Wait, something glitched. I don't know what's going on. Help! Help! What happened? Ah! Sorry guys, my thing broke. Sorry guys, my thing broke. I'm gonna try to fix it again. Wait, I'm going through some technical difficulties. Why? Why me? Okay, background music is back. So yeah, let me just bring back the PowerPoint, I mean the Canva. Da-da-da. Sorry about that. It crashed. Do you have to log in to question? No. You don't have to, it's okay. Something always has to go wrong on the... Something always has to go wrong on one of these streams. In my Hear Me Out Cake stream that I made for 100 Twitch subscribers, I mean, not subscribers, 100 Twitch followers. Somebody botted me. Okay, I can probably bring back my window. Da-da-da. Where is my window? Okay, there it is. We're back. Okay, question 3. Have you ever played Roblox? If not, do you plan on streaming yourself playing it one day? Well, yeah, if you look at my previous streams, I used to do streams here playing Dress to Impress. I was doing Dress to Impress stuff. I would like dress up randomly. People in the chat would come in and play if ever there were people in the chat. Would I do it again someday? Well, maybe. Since I play Limbus, everybody everybody always brings up Forsaken and that game and stuff like that. And I guess it's based on Limbus somehow. So I think okay, when I yeah, a lot of people are boycotting Roblox, but weirdly enough, a lot of people still log in. I don't know how. I don't know why they do that. Oh, there are Limbus skins in Forsaken. Maybe I'll play something fun. You guys try. Honestly, sometimes, you know, there are Dress to Impress will add like the little side quests and that'll show me, oh wow, I'm terrible at video game. Hi Carmen. So yeah, I'll answer that. Yes. I played Dress to Impress. I played Dress to Impress before. I'll probably play if the game is fun. Okay, let's check out Grace and Nimbus game. Alright, next. Hello, Rocket King. What's a tip on art that you can give us? Man, this is tricky. Although I've been doing art for a long time, I don't really consider myself like an expert at it. There's tons of artists out there that do it better than I do, and I've just been, and you know, I'm still finding stuff out myself, like by looking at tutorials and stuff. I love watching art tutorials. I always look at them, even if I don't understand them. I'm just constantly like, rah, rah, gimme, gimme. Hello, Emil. Yeah, just start is good, but if you want something a bit more consistent or like concrete, not consistent, concrete. If you want something a bit more specific, yeah, specific, that's the word. If you would like something more specific, well, if you're having trouble drawing poses, you could use pictures of your favorite characters as, you could use pictures of like stuff as references. I'd recommend using pictures from sports because they have dynamic poses. And sometimes I'll draw like, you know, my favorite football players. Like I'll study their faces, I'll try to adapt them into my style. And then you know, sometimes they'll do something cool and then I'll try to draw the cool thing they did. Usually those things are like, you know, it keeps practice fun. If you're getting bored with just like the quick gesture drawing stuff, then you could find references from stuff you actually like. And also, sports references are good for dynamic poses. And study from things you're interested in. You can try to copy an art. Okay, don't feel too bad if you're like copying the art style of something because you could develop that into your own art style. That's how you develop your own. That's how I developed my art style anyway. I was just like copying the anime I was watching. And you know, if you try to, there's this thing that artists do called master studies, and that's where they try to go into like the specifics of how somebody makes art. So yeah, that's something that you might also see people do. There'll be YouTube videos like deep dive into X artist's art style or Y artist's art style. So if you're curious about somebody who you admire, whose art skills you admire, you could try to, you know, reverse engineer it and see how it, and you know, see how you can apply it. And you know, who knows, you might find your own technique that you like. Wait, I think I need to word this a bit better. Oh well, that's that's my answer, I suppose. You could always read my answers later. I'll answer the Persona 4 question later. Alright, next question. How does it feel to have 500 subscribers? Do you feel like you're growing a small community? Or do you feel... Or you still feel somewhere small? Well, I've only had 500 plus subscribers for maybe a week or so. It still feels kind of weird, like all my time I've just kind of been a lurker on the internet. I'm looking at stuff online. I've always just like watched my favorite YouTubers and VTubers and followed artists on Twitter and stuff like that. I've never really thought of... Okay, I did post art on like Instagram and Twitter before. Wait, time out. What's up? You can't see the question? Wait, okay, there we are. How does it feel to have 500 subscribers? Sorry, my interface glitched. Because I think I, you know, I lowered it. I'll just answer the marshmallows myself later. So that you guys can see the questions. How does it feel to have 500 subscribers? Do you feel you're growing a smaller community, or do you still feel somewhere small? Yeah, I never thought I got this far. I mean, I never thought I'd get this far, basically. Because I've always just been an internet lurker. I didn't really think that I would become like any sort of grow any sort of following. Like 500 already felt like 100 already felt like kind of crazy. Okay, so I was like, whoa, 100. How much farther can we go? Can we go higher? So high? Because we recommended you, Limbus. Yeah, maybe the person that recommended Limbus Company was whoever recommended me Limbus Company. They probably did a pretty big service, because it's that game that got me a lot of views. And you know, sometimes people will come along when I play other games like Persona and stuff. But I don't want to just stick to one thing. I want to do a lot of stuff. Like, you know, streamers are always doing crazy things. Corn! Streamers are always doing different stuff. Like, you know, you look at your VTubers, you have karaoke streams and art streams and game streams. I feel like, you know, right now I have a bit more confidence to do stuff, including stuff that aren't streams, like scripted videos. You know, I'm gonna become a an actual YouTuber like the people I used to watch. I watched a lot of art channels, craft channels. So, yeah, I enjoyed that sort of content. I want to make that video. Okay, the 10 art styles video is coming soon. Yeah, like it started with me playing Lobotomy Corp, and then it's like, hey, have you played Limbus Company? It's like, oh, really? I've heard of it before. I haven't actually touched it. Can I play it without finishing Lobotomy Corp? Sure. And then the rest is history. Are we the corn? Yes, right now you guys are the corn. I actually have some designs prepared for like an actual channel mascot, but they're not finished yet. So right now it's corn. Next. What is the meaning behind your VTuber design? If you look at my channel, you'll see the first video I uploaded, which is like an old version of this design. And over time, I just kind of changed it. I wanted to have like a more future-like setting, so I just went with like the holographic jacket and this weird boob window. So I kind of went a bit crazier with like the outfit. And, you know, changed the hairstyle a little bit because back then my bangs were parted down the middle. Now they're a bit to the side. So I wanted to like make it still have the basic idea, which is like this holographic thing and the CDs, but make it a bit more I don't know, what's the word? Contemporary, edgy. It's a different vibe. Like my old design used to wear like, wait, I can draw on this page. I'll show you the best of my abilities. Wait, how do I remove this stroke? Wait, let me erase that. Ah! Erase, dang it! Okay, I'll use the pen. So, my old character used to wear like this sort of outfit, you know, shirt, button-down shirt, suspenders, these sorts of sleeves. I'm just drawing with my mouse right now. And then a skirt that was like kind of shiny like a CD. The sleeves went up to my elbows. Yeah, it's from this outfit to this outfit. Because I wanted to change my design. But I just thought that would be cool. Like, what if the jacket was holographic? Oh, nice. What if I had earrings that were CDs? Cool. What if I was a robot that had, like, weird eyes? Here. I don't really know when I'll have a lore video or how I'd make a lore video, but if I'm able to make one, yeah, sure, why not? What are frozen corns? Also, I would change my design a little bit sometimes, like for my thumbnails, like the Love Corp design that I have a model of, the Angela, the Angela design, the different designs I make for different chapters of Limbus. The Ace Attorney one, the Stardew Valley one. If you're trying to make lore, think of it as an OC scenario. Yeah, that's true. Dun, 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 dun. So, next. How old were you when you started this channel? Honestly, I don't remember. Like, my first video was from 10 years ago, but I feel like I had it for longer. But you could probably see the year my channel was founded. I'm not going to say exactly how old, you know, because I don't want to give away too much, but almost 10 years ago to this day. I remember I will say that I was probably like, you know, still very much like a fan at the time. Still doing school. and still, you know, watching my favorite YouTubers and not really knowing what to do with the channel because, you know, at this point, art speed paints were becoming more accessible. Like, you know, Clip Studio Paint had like the program that Clip Studio Paint had speed paints built in. OBS is around and it was free, so it became easier to do like art content, at least digital art content. And then how do I say this in a non-controversial manner? It gave rise to my least favorite genre of YouTube video, which is art commentary. Like, I don't know, I just don't like drama. You're a college student or something? Close enough, but no. Like I said in a previous stream, I've already graduated, but I'm still doing studies. I've mentioned being in something grad school before. I'm still studying. Just think you were a YouTuber during the Anatuber era. Yeah, I used to I didn't really watch Anatubers actually. I just kind of went around and like my sphere was just like comedy, art. Next. I wasn't even there. I'm new to this stream. Oh my god, the AMV era, that was something. Like, there are AMVs that are there are still AMVs on YouTube that are from like 18 years ago. It's crazy to see 18 years ago or 20 years ago next to a YouTube video. Like the Me at the Zoo YouTube video, which is the first YouTube video, is 20 years old right now. Also, one of the oldest videos on YouTube, which is a video showing the draft failures of the New York Jets, is 19 years old, and there are still comments on that video saying, I'm a Jets fan now, and I still relate. Anyway, next one. How long do you expect to last as a streamer, and will you stream Library of Ruina someday? Okay, how long do I last? Well, I don't really expect to quit. When I was still like testing streaming, I didn't really have like a consistent time schedule, like this weekly thing that you have here, 3 streams a week. It didn't always used to be this way. Back then, I'd just be like, okay, maybe I'll try it once, maybe I'll try it again, maybe I will do some, maybe. Nah, you know what? I don't feel like it today. And then I started to be like, okay, 1 stream every Saturday. And then I went to this point where I didn't really have anything to do. So I would just be like, you know what? I think I can set 3 days aside for streaming. But then I ended up finding something else to do. So I was like, Tuesdays, Fridays. I'll always find some time for streaming, I think. Even if it becomes less frequent, I'll try to keep it weekly at least, because, you know, that's the way that most people seem to do it. 3 or 4 streams a week. Someone in my friends are also fans of VTubers, and some of them would send me like the VTuber audition forms just so we could look through them. Like, also, I had this other friend that was interested in auditioning for VTuber agencies. And one of the bigger agencies that I saw, they required you to stream 3 to 4 times a week. So I would kind of, like, take that as the sort of norm, I guess? Is norm the right word? I'd be like, okay, if that's what you say, random agency. And it's been working. I've managed to grow a following. I'm doing stuff I like. Yeah, I guess other streamers have like I know in the bigger streamer companies they have nearly daily streams. Although I don't think I can do that though. I'd run out of stuff to talk about. I'm still having trouble like figuring out stuff about streamers. Like, what do you talk about when there is dead air? What games will bring you engagement and stuff? So on and so forth. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm also starting to watch more streamers. I can't usually be there, so I just watch VODs. Okay, and for the other question, will you stream Library of Ruina someday? Sure, why not? I'm gonna buy the game anyway. When it's on sale, I'll buy it and then I'll play it. And if you've done more long enough, you'd have more freedom. I see. Most HoloLive VTubers stream 4 to 6 days a week. I'd prefer a more flexible schedule. So 3 to 4 days a week kind of does fine. It's fine by me. Next, is being a YouTuber a career that you wanna have? Okay, once I get like monetization in this channel, once I'm able to receive super chats and stuff, sure, why not? Maybe not full time. I'd still rather have like different work that I do. I originally made the stream. Okay, I'm gonna have a confession. I originally made the channel to promote my artwork. I wasn't really getting engagement on places like Twitter and Instagram. Video was where it's at apparently. So I started streaming thinking that hey, maybe if I stream, then streamers will find me and I can work with streamers. It's been working out so far. I haven't been getting a lot of commissions yet. I might have to study a bit more on that. But yeah, that was my thought process. If I'm streaming, then streamers will come to me and ask me for art. I don't know if it's like good to say this out loud. But here we are. I'd rather just like, get a I don't want to rely on YouTube as my main source of income because that's just not practical. I'd rather have some other work to do and then I'll stream on the side. And it helps me keep doing the stuff I like so I don't have to worry about sticking to one type of content because it gives more engagement or whatnot. And it lets me have more freedom. Are you a fan of Chonglu? Oh, hey, welcome. Who's Chonglu? Is he Honglu's brother? I like Honglu. He's one of I like all of the characters in Limbus. I don't really I wouldn't really say I dislike any of them. I couldn't ask for a better main cast. Yeah, Honglu makes me laugh sometimes because he'll just be like, "Oh," and then everybody is freaking out. He's just a chill guy. What's your favorite game? That's a tough question. I've played a lot of games. I'd have to look through all the games I've played, and then I'll have to pick the ones that I like, and then I'll have to pick the one that I like the most. Wait a second. Guys, there's an emergency. The Twitch chat... Be gone! But... My favorite game? If I were to choose... We'll say the game the most impact for me would be Devil May Cry. Nice. To YouTube's credit, even though it's kind of clunky for streaming, at least there are less bots in the chat. I get one bot in the chat per stream. It seems like... Blaze Blue second top 10 lines of the year. Would it be too normie to say Pokemon? Because my introduction pretty much to playing video games was the Pokemon series. I like Pokemon. I've made Pokemon art before. I talked to my friends about Pokemon. Pokemon good, but do you have a card deck? I collected Pokemon cards. I don't actually know how to play the game. Like, I just buy the packs and then I open it and I'm like, ooh, this thing looks cool, and then put it in a card album. I just collect them. I actually don't really know how to play card games. Are we allowed to say the C word? The Robloxler? The Robotsler? Sure. You all have C word privileges. Clanker! What's YouTube gonna do? Ban you for the word clanker? I did play Pokemon Fire Red on Game Boy. Another funny observation about Pokemon is like whenever I mention, hey, I really like Pokemon, usually people my age are always gonna say something like, oh yeah, I loved Fire Red, Leaf Green, Pokemon Emerald, Ruby Sapphire. Like, people always name to me a Gen 3 game in my generation. But then, my first game, because I first got it, my first console was a DS. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Diamond. Robloxler would be a Bloxer. Anyway, next. What's your favorite dipping sauce? There's only one right answer. I don't know. Oh boy, what? Somehow, the most difficult questions are the ones that are like, what is your favorite? It's the only ones I'm getting are the ones that I don't really have a definitive answer to. Although, I'm not really sure if there's a definitive answer to most of these things. Wait, I just thought of one. I'm not sure what it's called. Spicy Cajun sauce, I think. So remember when McDonald's had like the BTS meal? And then one of the sauces that came with it was like this slightly spicy, kind of creamy Cajun sauce. I didn't like chicken nuggets, but then I had it with French fries and it was really good. And, you know, I've also had like other variations of it in other places. Like you could dip chicken into it. You could dip like meat, fries, potato. It's so good. I also like ranch. I just remembered this bit like from this Amazon documentary. So it's the Juventus documentary on Amazon where they have a new member and he's American. So they're asking him, "Hey, how are you adjusting to Italy and stuff like that? Have you tried Italian food?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I love pizza and stuff." And then and then he's like in front of his Italian teammates, "You guys know ranch dressing? I put that on pizza." His teammates are just there. It's like, "Why are you saying this to me?" I mean, I guess that some people do that. I'm not really sure why, but maybe it tastes good. I don't know. I'm of the opinion where it's just don't knock it till you try it. Like the Rick and Morty references to the Szechuan sauce. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Thank you you for reminding me about that. That seems like such a long time. I remember seeing a video of that guy, you know, in the fast food chain. I forgot which fast food chain. Dang. Was it McDonald's still? Or was it Burger King? Was it McDonald's or was it whatever that fast food chain was? Oh, it was McDonald's. Yeah, that guy at the McDonald's that was like, a pickle Rick, whoop-a-loop-a-dub-dub, and then he's rolling on the floor. Ah, that was so long ago. Yeah, basically the BTS meal sauce. I guess it's just called spicy Cajun sauce. So yeah, that's my favorite dipping sauce. I could have some fries with it right now. Hello! The multitude spam has made it to my Q&A. It's Korean, written in letters. Written in the Latin alphabet. It's something from Limbus. I would answer this question, but I've been inflicted on bind and attack power down. Never had McDonald's or Burger King. My favorite fast food thing. This isn't the question that's been asked here, but my favorite thing I got from a fast food restaurant was the Wendy's bacon burger. I've only had it a handful of times, but I want to have it again suddenly now that I'm talking about it. I just really like bacon. Is Limbus a game from Korea? Yes. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, next question. When did you start drawing and making art? Why? Okay, I can't really pinpoint an exact period. You know, I used to have this time as a kid where I would draw on my books. Like, you know, they give kids these big books for you to read, and I would draw on them, but then most kids do that, I think. Yeah, that's something that most kids do. But then I think when I decided that I wanted to make a conscious effort to draw was when I was in grade school. Like, I saw an anime for the first time. Yeah, like I saw an anime once and then I was like, yes, I like this. I want to make it. All my I had a lot of like old sketchbooks. It was a good way to keep my hands busy during class because I always had trouble sitting still. So drawing would keep my hands busy. Like doodling on my notebooks and stuff. I drew Goku and Pokemon a lot as kids, got me into drawing. Always doodling during maths class. Wow, there's a lot of people here that are like me. That's cool. And then when I started getting better, okay, when I actually started like, you know, locking in, like I want this to be a profession on some level, was after college. I wanted to start learning more. I wanted to make my work look more professional. And I'm still trying to do that today. Like, going from, I guess I could pass this. I guess people might buy this maybe too. I'll make a conscious effort so that people will want to give me money for it. Also, yeah, I think I was in high school or late grade school when I made the first version of my character. The very old school vintage version. I just wanted to move around my model. Whoa! Wait, this will have to do before I have my VTuber. Whoa! Going around! Chat, my friend beat 8:30. Oh, congratulations! We're gonna speedrun Kanto 8 next week. Okay, next one. Wait, is that the last question? I feel like that wasn't the last question. Okay, I'll just go to the Marshmallow site itself. And I'll see all the questions you guys have sent me. So the so the questions now are. So these other questions are going to be from the Marshmallow site itself. I will start from. Somebody sent "Why are you a furry?" twice. Here we have. Somebody just sent. This is what I was laughing about earlier. Somebody just sent me like the whole. Somebody just sent me Wild Hunt Heathcliff's whole skills. Do I answer this? What do I even say to this? Wild. How far can you neat? How far can you yeet a gnome from RZL? Maybe I'm not really good with measurements. If I throw really hard, maybe like 3 meters? Yeah, maybe 3 meters. Considering it's not a particularly heavy gnome. Wild like wild on High Sakuya. Because, okay, so you know how gnomes are made of, what are gnomes? Gnomes are made of either, concrete, I guess, or plastic. Something plastic. Like, if it's not, oh, I don't know what gnomes are made of. Think of the gnome, like, from Left 4 Dead 2. Clay. Okay, if it's made of clay, 3 meters, maybe. Or 4 meters. Wait, that's maybe 3.5. If it's not a heavy gnome, sure. Okay, let's see. Let's see what other questions you have. What are your thoughts on Philippines ever getting a football team? We already have a football team. I remember there was this huge push around the 2010, I think because of the World Cup 2010, 2014 to make football more popular in the Philippines. I was there when it happened. I don't think it ever really led to anything because like most local departments, our local football department is kind of underfunded, I think. And, you know, football isn't really that popular because this is basketball country, basically. We already have a national team. the last I heard of them, they were already knocked out of World Cup qualifying. But the women's team got into their World Cup, so that's something. We already have one. Yeah, the only ball here is basketball. Basketball is fun, yeah, but I think football has some potential because you can play it anywhere. No need for hoops and stuff. Um, Football is fun. Used to play it with friends. Every kids does here. I wasn't really one for sports. For me, it was either basketball or volleyball, and I was ass at both. I had this one friend that liked football, but he was pretty much the only one. Next. How many languages do you speak? English. Good. English. I've mostly been raised to speak English, so I just... So yeah, there's English. I speak Tagalog sometimes if I have to. I find it difficult, but I know I at least understand it, and I'm trying to learn Japanese. Two and a half. 2.5. Like I think if I put some more effort into speaking Tagalog, I would be able to, but then this is gonna sound like such a Captain Obvious answer. Oh, cool, English and Spanish. I remember a friend of mine kept nagging me to play football. English, Tagalog, learned Chinese at school. Trying to learn Japanese myself. Like like English, Tagalog, and Chinese and Japanese are one half. I don't know. I'll just answer like this. Tagalog sometimes. A gun trying to learn French. Shoot the bullet. Yeah, I have like when when my college was offering language electives, it was either Japanese or French. French was surprisingly popular with a lot of people. All right, next. What the hey? Have you ever played any gacha games like Genshin, Star Rail, Nikkei, Art Knight? If so, which game do you mostly play? Limbus, because chat made me do it. Uma Musume, sometimes, and a bunch of other games that go on rotation. Oh, hey, that's your question. I used to play. I used to regularly play Arknights, Genshin, Starvale, but I quit. Wait, no, I didn't quit Arknights. It's just kind of I just kind of fell out and then fell back in. I used to play Genshin and Starvale, but I quit because like I think those are okay, but I quit because I was getting frustrated. It was getting kind of frustrating. Wait, no, I have to be more specific. I quit because power creep was crazy. I quit Starvale because of Limbus Company. Quit because of phone storage, yeah. Oh, I pity anyone that tries to play Genshin on a phone. Yeah, like basically, I used to play Genshin Starvale when it first came out, and then for the last couple chapters, I think I stopped around. I made a conscious decision to stop around the time, the middle of the Natlan story, because holy smokes, the power creep was going crazy. Like in most other games, you could use day one units to some degree still. There, basically, all the stuff that you rolled for, like, 5 years ago is basically useless now. It really felt like if you didn't have, like, the more recent units, you were just kind of useless, so... This is the first game I quit because of power creep that didn't have a PvP. Usually it's like, oh man, the game has a PvP. This is gonna be annoying as heck. And Starvale, I'm not really sure if I'm retired or on hiatus, but then I spent some time grinding, and then I was grinding so hard for this one character that I just kind of like got burnt out. I'm using damage over time team. When I was playing Starvale, I would just like... Basically, it's kind of like my strategy playing Limbus, so it's just like, yeah, whatever's cool, lol. Let me guess, Acheron. It was fine on actually. I think I even posted my role where I got him before quitting for good. Like, I went through all that effort to get him, but then I never actually got to use him. Because at that time, I was already not playing Starvale for a long time, and then I just came back because I saw Finon was coming out, and I was like, I need this character. And then I grinded for a month or so, and then I decided, you know what, I'm done. Next, will you play Ultra Kill sometime soon? Maybe. Okay, from what little I've seen of it, it's a shooter game. I'm not really the best at shooters, but if I feel like I want a new game to try out, then sure, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 streams about it. Answer me, Aurum. It's obviously Hoya. What do you seek? What does your soul truly want? What does your tum-tum needs to satisfy your hunger? Is this a long-winded way of asking what my favorite food is? My favorite food is You already know what my favorite food is, but what food do I want right now? Let me just think about it real quick. French fries. Okay, see ya. Thanks for coming. If you were ever to make an original story, would you incorporate it into a gacha game? If they allow me, sure. Because yeah, there's been VTubers that collabed with gacha games before. There's like the Hololive collabing with bunch of other gacha games like Bang Dream, Azure Lane, others. I think the V Shoujo girls had a collab with Smite. It's not a gacha game, but it's still a game, like a live service game that they collabed with. Like you had skins of the V Shoujo girls in there. Which is a good time to bring up that Smite is a MOBA, Dota is a MOBA, both carry out collabs a lot. Dota had a collab with Slipknot apparently. The band with the mask Slipknot. But League of Legends, despite being arguably the biggest game in its genre, doesn't really have any collabs. Potato and egg, I'm hungry, eat it. And Aram become the horse hiding from I'm so hungry I could eat a... How hungry. if they allow me to collab, sure. So yeah, SSR Aram will be coming to a gacha game near you soon. Can you make music? No. Like, I tried to learn how, but I just couldn't get the hang of it. I don't know how all this complicated stuff works. I didn't know anything other than do re mi fa, anything more complicated than do re mi fa. So I can play some instruments, but I can't make my own song if that's what you're asking. I wonder if I missed my question. I answered it a while ago, I think. With the PowerPoint. We got the whole Roland speech. I'll answer some of the weirder ones later. So, if it's... I sing and play some instruments, but I can't actually compose a song. I sing, but I'm not really that particularly good at it. I just do it for fun. Like, it's just, in the middle of streams when I'm bored and stuff. Why does it take so long to verify? You'll have to take that up with Marshmallow. If it really won't send, or if you really can't access the site, then just drop your question in the chat. If you have to do a math problem, what would you do? I don't like math. Math! The audacity! I graduated from school already. I thought I wouldn't have to do math. Like, this is the agreement. Once I graduate, I'd never have to look at a math problem ever again. But, serious answer... the... No. Not meth. Okay. To answer Josuke's question right now, are you going to watch Hellsing like the anime? I recommend you watch the OVA first. Sure, I've been looking for more anime to watch and time to watch anime. So if I ever find the time, then sure, it looks interesting. It's usually recommended by really intense weebs. Like the weebs that have like the very eclectic, very fancy tastes in anime. So, I'll try it out somehow. I'll try it out sometime. In the future, will you have a 3D live stream if at all possible? Will you also sing and dance in said live stream? If I can obtain a 3D model, then okay. But then obtaining a 3D rigging set might be more difficult. How do I say this? If I can, sure. Man, that's such a boring answer. I'd like to, but it looks difficult to pull off. Let's see what happens. Sing, dance. I'm actually not really that good at dancing. You'll just see me doing the aura forming boat kid dance. I'm doing it right now. You can't see it, but I'm doing it. Don't say congratulations. Like maybe I'll sing and dance to the Umamusum to Umapyoy. Dake 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 dake. Backen, backen. Right, let's look at the next questions. What type of the do you like? What type of the do you like? Oh, that's your question. I forgot to add game. Okay, what type of game do you like? Turn-based RPGs. Easy. I love turn-based RPGs. Congrats on your 500 subs. Thank you. Smiley face. Corn kernel? Corn. Corn. I hope I didn't accidentally say anything rude in corn language. Right, next. What do you think of the new collab between Arknights and Limbus Company? I haven't been this hype in years. I'll try to get them all. want all of the units. I can't help it. I want all 4 egos. I want the Amiya announcer. I want every single one of them. But then you can't shard it, and I have a limited number of red stuff. Next, will you start a Discord server in the future or no? Everybody keeps asking me for a Discord server. I get the benefits of it, but keep in mind I'm the only one running this stream. I do the streaming, I pick the games and stuff, I make the assets most of the time. If I don't make the assets myself, then I'll probably say so. And I don't. And a Discord server is just kind of tough to manage. And I don't really know if there'll be enough activity to justify it, because every VTuber and their mama has a Discord server for themselves, it seems. Seems a bit impractical in my opinion. No! Short answer. No. Long answer. I can't handle it, and it seems impractical. So, no. I do post updates on the Twitter and YouTube community. I use Discord sometimes, yeah, to talk with friends that have Discord. The other time I use other things to talk to friends. Can we be friends from Hoya? You already added me in Limbus Company. Yeah, basically the answer here is, well, we're already friends in Limbus, I believe. If you haven't added me in Limbus yet, if not, my code is on screen. Discord. Next, I have nothing but my sorrow, and I want nothing more. It has been, it still is faithful to me. Why should I begrudge it, since during the hours when my soul crushed the depths of my heart, it was seated there beside me. Oh, sorrow I have ended, you see, by respecting you, because I am certain you will never leave me. Ah, I realize it. Your beauty lies in the force of your being. Because I know that on the day of my final agony, you will be there, lying in my sheets, oh sorrow. So that you might once attempt to enter my heart. What do I say to this, guys? That's a lot. That's a doozy. Wild. Maybe, okay, guys, because I'm so kind, you guys can come up with the answer for this one. So, what do you guys suggest that my answer here will be? Dun, 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 dun. Da, da, da. Hi, Nagusa. If you still want to ask questions, you can drop a marshmallow. Okay, come up with this answer while I BRB for a moment. I'll be right back. take this innocent person, Orlando Furioso. And, oh sorrow, I shall yield my flesh to the pain and suffering to cleave through and claim your bones, oh sorrow. I don't know, ask Shakespeare or something. So I just, answer perhaps. Hey, I'm alive. So he can build up your machine. Build up our machine. Hey, you guys, Fire Fist Gregor here. You can't blame me for this answer. How's your experience with Unbreakable Coin so far? Horrible. I got trapped in the Kanto 7 dungeon because I didn't... I wasn't really prepared for the Unbreakable Coins. Like, I only managed to pass the trio boss fight because of a really lucky roll from Gregor. Know how not to use Honglu to target Unbreakable Coins. Like, it's use evade or use a tank. I don't really have anything in the way of a tank. I way overestimated how much damage my units could take. God damn it, Marshmallow. Basically, hello, it's Sakuya Isayoya. I wonder if you could try Toho-related games like Toho Luna Night sometime soon? Sure, I'll even play the game. I'll even play the Toho games themselves. I tried Scarlet Devil and got to the end of stage 3. I've only played one fan game, and that's Toho Mistia's Izakaya. I'm not really particularly good at the games, but it's kind of fun to try. Like, it took me so long to figure out I could just keep holding the button for them to keep shooting. And yeah, I bought Mr. Izakaya as a Christmas gift for myself. I tried it. I haven't streamed it because there are stream games and there are off-stream games. I decided that, you know, I could play that game off-stream and it's fun. It's kind of like Diner Dash. Toho 8 is best to start with if you're new to bullet hell genres. No, don't go on hunting tigers. Yeah, I played Toho 6, that's Scarlet Devil. Because if you haven't heard of Toho before, like, or if you haven't played it, you've probably heard of it because of the music, and the music is usually something from Scarlet Devil. No, that's from Toho 8, I think. Okay, I'll just send this answer and answer more questions. What's your username in Roblox? I want to add you. I'm pretty slow with responding to requests. And play nothing but the Trust Empress. It almost rhymes. Out of curiosity, what do you collect other than gacha characters? Random flyers from trips. Like, whenever I go somewhere, I'll always try to get the flyers and stuff. Like, you know, there'll be people handing stuff out over on the streets. Guess my question hasn't been answered. I answered it on the stream, but then I'll type out an answer later. Oh, that's your question? Okay, I'll check friend requests later on. Void, I answered your question, but I didn't type out the answer. I answered it like while I was going through the PowerPoints. So, random flyers from trips, anime merch. Trading cards. So yeah, these are the things I collect. I like to collect weird stuff, basically. And most of the weird stuff I find kind of, kind of falls into this. Except trading cards. Trading cards, I think, are a pretty useful thing to collect. I've been trying to look for the football trading cards. You know, I think they're called match attacks or something. And I can't find them. There's like this card store that I go to sometimes, but they don't have football cards. All they have is, you guessed it, basketball cards. Okay, so there's my answer. Y'all don't go on hunting tigers without preparing yourselves to get jumped between one of them jaws. Those 6 unbreakable coins. Oh god, not the unbreakable coins! I just got past the La Mancha Land trio fight. No. My collection is model kits and anime figures. I have no space left. Oh. Yeah, that actually takes up a lot of room. Apparently. I mean, I don't really know. I only have 1 or 2 of them. Can I talk about the La Mancha Land trio fight? Like, it really seemed like I was done for there. There was no way to dodge Dulcinea's whatever the fuck. The thing where she goes, like, the thing where she has the whole umbrella and then it just goes, and that just obliterates your whole team. Yeah, the only way I managed to avoid that attack was from a particularly lucky roll from Gregor. I'm pretty sure he was doing like what's that? I'm pretty sure he was like under-leveled, and when I matched his coin it was like struggling or neutral. So yeah, I cannot understate how lucky I was. Oh, see ya, Sakuya. Thanks for coming. Anyway, I'll answer this. So I'll just, all your base are belong to us. $21. So I'll just... Do you have any stream ideas you want to try in the future? Sure. I've been thinking about that. Do you like puppy? Yeah, dogs are cool. I have a Me and my family have a dog at home. Stream ideas for the future, huh? Us. I actually have like something different planned, like an idea I've been working on for a while, but then I haven't really found the time to execute. Yeah, I haven't really found the time to execute it, but I have an idea and I want to have it come to life sometime. But for now, there are lots of other ideas I have. I'll name one of them. Karaoke. Which will definitely happen. Because I'm failing my football predictions. What's the dog called? Shrimp. Okay, I'll type out answers to these other questions. This is just like the chill period where you and I can have some chit chat. I already I got too many cats. I want a cat. My family are dog people, but I want a cat. But then every time I bring up the idea of having a cat, my family always says no because it's like, what do you mean you want a cat? We don't have any cats. We can't take care of a cat. We already have a dog. Cats move around. Have you heard of the theory that cats are liquid? A liquid is something that takes up the shape of a container it's in. And cats, they always squeeze into spaces, they squeeze into bowls, they squeeze into buckets. So cats are liquid. I don't think I'd get this far, but I feel... What is the meaning behind your VTuber design? Just ask, will you play the Persona duology? You mean the first couple games? How old were you when you started this channel? How, without being too specific. Dun, 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 dun. Would you like to build model kits on stream? Sure. Sure, once I figure out how to get a hand cam working. I want to buy the Uma Musume figures. It feels weird saying figures twice. How long do you expect to last as a streamer? My schedule might change, but I want to stream for as long as I can. While doing something else as a side. Yeah, special week in Tokai'teo. I want to buy one of those, but then when I saw them next, like, okay, so before Uba Musume got released in Global, they were always just there at the store I went to. And then I go back to the store after they got released in Global, and then the figures are sold out. I should have bought them sooner. Hello, Ultra Kill. If you have any questions, the marshmallow link is still up there. Will you do an unboxing stream of Labubus? Labubus are cursed. Will you continue to update your model or just keep it as that? I have a full Live 2D VTuber model that I've been working on and will yeah, basically I have a full Live 2D VTuber model that I've been working on and that I hope to debut by the end of the year. I'm almost done with the rigging. I think it's something else. Wait, so I'm almost done with the rigging. There's just something that I'm trying to complete but haven't really found the time to. It's the legs. I don't know what to do with legs. But other than that, the model should be done. I could make adjustments to it later on. And I could even give it costumes, I think. Honestly, the Live 2D process is so difficult that I don't know if I could just like do the art and ask someone else to do the rigging, because whoever I ask to do the rigging might be confused. So I have to do it by myself, at least until I figure it out for now. So I'm just gonna complete the answer here with text. RM VTuber model is based on the OC in her oldest video. I find it pretty identical. I think I've answered the question about that. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, yeah, it is based on that older design. I just changed it a bit. Let me get some new background music. Or, I don't know, some old background music. You guys missed the Deltarune lo-fi? We're doing quad. I think it's gonna work. Can I recommend the song? Sure, what song? Sure, let's see what it is. I hope this doesn't get me striked or anything. Why are you oh wait, I forgot to answer this question. I forgot to answer this question. Sorry guys. Why are you Filipino? Because I was born here. I spawned here and I've stayed here for my life. And I don't know if that's gonna change soon. As for her, I said, guys, no Discord server. That means you don't get... That means you don't get my Discord either. No Discord server, guys. Does being a YouTuber a career that you want to have? Are you a fan of Chonglu? What's your favorite game? Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon game is... What is my favorite Pokemon game? Black and White. The Black and White games are my favorite games. Like, they're the perfect blend of, you know, the more modern side of Pokemon and, like, the old-timey side of Pokemon. They're like a transition point between, like, the pixel graphics of the Game Boy and DS and stuff like that, and the 3D kind of stuff. And the 3D of, the DS and 3DS and onwards. Are all the people on YouTube? Yeah. Walter White? What are we cooking, Walter White? French fries? No Discord server. How about Yahoo Messenger? People still use that? Wait, no. Scratch people still using that. It's still alive. When I was a youngin', you Zoomers won't understand this, but during my era of the internet, we didn't have Discord, so instead we used Yahoo Messenger and a bunch of other apps, like I think MSN Messenger, but the one I used was Yahoo Messenger to communicate with our friends. You know, it had all of the cool features, like voice calls, emojis. You could make your message different colors. I think you could also send pictures. We cooking V2. Yeah, Yahoo Messenger was so goated. I kinda miss it actually. Will you play Mage Arena with viewers? What is Mage Arena? Bakushin. Oh god, here too? Like, every time I log into my Umamusume, and then I turn up the sound, and then it's always just Bakushin! And then I go to my jukebox, and then there's like 4 straight requests of Bakushin. Alright, let's continue. Okay, the song is over. What do I play? What's a fun choice of music? I'll go back to the Undertale lo-fi. Mage Arena is a co-op PvP experience about using your voice to cast spells in the Mage Arena to settle an ages-old feud between sorcerers and warlocks for money. I know Tokai Teo's version. I used to see it on cat videos. Hachimi, 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 I'll check it out first. Can you spare some change, Sidewalk Man? Squidward? It's me, SpongeBob. We used to work together. Hello, Walter White here. What do we cook? Well, I'm feeling quite hungry. Let's cook French fries. Will you play co-op games with your viewers in the future? I used to, I don't know, like, games, I know that's a common thing for streamers to do, like, Pokemon and, okay, not Pokemon. Maybe, like, games where you play against your viewers. Like, you guys know Pokemon Showdown? For those of you that don't know, Pokemon Showdown is a game. It's like an online ripoff of Pokemon where you like get to build a Pokemon team and then battle others online. Basically, it's a testing grounds for competitive Pokemon battlers, and you can also apply like the certain tournament rules and stuff. I used to use it a lot, and I don't actually use it anymore, and I haven't Pokemon battled competitively since Generation 6. So I don't actually know what the meta is now. What do you mean you're not hearing the songs? The Deltarune Lo-Fi. Okay, here's a Deltarune Lo-Fi. You should hear it. Play Night Begin to Shine. French fries are in French. I'm a shiny hunter, so competitive as me. Will you play co-op games with your viewers? I prefer to play competitive. Let's throw hands on him. Let's throw hands. I'll find it once I find a game to throw hands in. But if I find let's play Uno. But if I find but if I find something good, I'm not really sure what okay, would Super Smash Brothers count? I don't have Super Smash Brothers. Why am I even talking about that? I don't play a lot of fighting games, and yeah, you'll just be coming to me for free wins. It'll just be like, yes, Aurum is such a noob. But if I find something good, then maybe. Nintendo has bad netcode. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about Nintendo Online. Basically, I only have it because my dad wants to play Super Mario, which is kind of ridiculous to begin with. If I want to buy, like, the old Super Mario, then I should just buy it once and then, never touch it again. I don't have to pay a subscription that includes a bunch of other stuff I'm not gonna use. But then, to be fair, my dad also has, I think, tried the other retro games that came with the subscription, so it's not a complete waste of money. Don't play Smash Online. If you guys can... if I get suggestions for good co-op games, then sure. Then I shall review them and decide which to play. Like, most of the stuff I played, like, you know, Dress to Impress, that's kind of a competitive game. Like, you're competing against a bunch of people. But then for co-op, the closest I've done for that was still Dress to Impress for, like, the Halloween missions and stuff. Let me play my music again. All roads lead back to Undertale. Would you be interested in playing Liar's Bar with the chat? It's card games, right? Sure. Once I get 1,000 subscribers, let's play Liar's Bar. Will you collab with any VTubers or streamers in the future? I already did... Well, I only did one collab. Basically, I only did one collab, and it's with a friend of mine that's also a VTuber. He's kind of not really streaming at the moment. And if any other streamers like want to collab, I don't know. I don't do very good with collabs, like, unless I personally know the person, and I don't really know a lot of people from online. If I I don't want to shut the door on collabs entirely, but just be warned, they might be quite rare. Give us his name. Sure, I'll send you guys his Twitch. He's kind of inactive right now, but once he does come back, you could watch him and maybe you'll enjoy what he makes. I'll wait, let me ask him first if it's okay for me to share his Twitch. Wait, it's public anyway, it should be fine. This is his Twitch, and Twitch people... Wait, let me just ask him... Wait, no, he's offline. Yeah, he's inactive right now, but he should be like more active if he chooses to be. Honestly, I'm not really sure. Okay, see ya. Thanks for coming. I don't want... Yeah, basically, like, if I'm only feel, like, comfy doing stuff with people I already know, and it's hard to get to know people, so I don't want to close the door on collabs, but I feel like they might be rare. If anyone asks me to, then sure, why not? If I, wait, no, I'm gonna have to, like... Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Wait, what I mean to say is... It might take a lot for me to agree to a collab, unless it's like maybe something that has already a lot of streamers. Like, you know those streamer battle royale events? If by any chance I get invited to those, I would feel okay participating. But if it's just like, you know, 2 or 3 people hanging out on stream, you know, I'd prefer to actually know them first. So yeah, that's my stance on collabs. Yeah, that's all the questions for now. I'm still gonna keep the marshmallow open so that more people can send in questions. And then when the next time comes, I could answer more. I hope it's fine that my answers are kinda short. Why are you a furry? This again. So, yeah, if you missed any answers, you can go look at my Marshmallow account, and you can also send questions for the future. So, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for coming. I think this was a pretty successful Q&A stream. I'm really happy to answer all your questions. I hope that I can answer more. Oh, hey! You're still there? Yeah, I'm really happy to answer all your questions. You can still ask more. This account isn't gonna close down or anything. It just might be a bit rare until the next time that it comes to Or, you know, you could just ask me on stream. Like, you could just type it there and I'll probably answer it. I'm always looking for stuff to talk about. The hardest thing about streaming is deciding on what to talk about. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna get some sleep because I didn't get any because of the last stream. I will see you guys next time. Next week we'll be speed running all the Limbus that we can. Bye!